Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to Blessed to Crochet. I was hoping to be able to stream this to the lifeboat, which is fine. Um, our captain, if people aren't familiar with the lifeboat, is he's a little under the weather. So it's fine. I totally understand. He's maybe sleeping, and if he does, then he needs to sleep and get his rest. And that's coming from Mama Bear over here. When you're a mama, you can't help it but be a mama to everybody. It's just that inter part of you that says to people when they're not, just go and rest. Kristen did. Hi, Kelly. Kristen did that to me last night. She said, would you go rest? Because my fibromyalgia just literally just sopped every piece of energy out of me. And she's like, would you go lay down and rest, please? I was like, I don't want to. And she was being her own mama bear with me too. So we tend to be that way. Hi, Butter. Kristen, if you would drop Butter Roll Boutique in for me. I want you just quick reference since, for everything. I don't know what was happening, Butter, on your live. I don't know if people were going over to those that are mods that do links. There's usually 3 links by anybody's name to share. I don't know if they were pressing that and putting it in the chat or not, but in your chat and in some other chats I've seen, they're just like text, and then nobody can click on them and share them. So it's something just to look at. Anybody's channel, just make sure that when the mods are putting it in, it turns blue, because if it doesn't turn blue, then it doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it easy to go into a link. And I did try it today. There's 2 different levels of moderators. There's one, and then there's a standard one. And I did both. I don't know if you can see that better, but I did both. And in somebody else's channel, I became a standard moderator, and it showed up as a blue link. So I don't know what is happening in some of those, but if you notice when you're doing your chat in your channel, and it just looks like regular text when somebody drops a link and it's not turning blue, then it's not giving the ability for people to go over. And I was doing that on my phone today in somebody's live that they made me a standard moderator. And so just check it out, because every link that was dropped like that, nobody can go really easily over and subscribe. And I am only 13 away, y'all, from 500. Man alive, I'm excited. I think I'm going to make my birthday wish. So I'm just telling that as a way to help other people and other channels so that we can all help each other. That's the purpose. Now, today on my channel, I started to do, I did a shout out to Miss Dragon. Yeah, and Kelly, most of my mods on here are on the upper level of, they're the top moderators, not standard. So I dropped in somebody else's chat that made me a standard moderator just to see if it comes up with the blue link. But if it's not coming up with the blue link in your chat, if you have a channel, people are dropping links, then nobody can go over there. So it's just something to pay attention. Hi, Miss Dragon. We're going to give it a whirl. If the rain holds up, so we'll be praying the rain holds up, that we can go for a trail walk with Miss Dragon on Thursday. I'm excited. So anyway, but this live, I may have to repeat it again, and it's fine. This live was for the purpose of showing connection, and one ripple at a time. So we'll do it again. That's okay. You're doing a great job, Kelly. Hi, Don Gloves. We can do this again, right? Topics can certainly be repeated again. I wanted people to understand, especially on the Lifeboat or any channel you really go to, when people are dropping links in their chat of people that they want you to go and support, take a moment and go over and support them. It means the world to them, as these are people that are coming beside them and supporting them. It also gives you other connection points. And so take a moment, hit the link, go over there and, subscribe to their channel, maybe watch a short, maybe make a comment that maybe help it stick even more. Hit the all button and just subscribe to their channel, especially if you're in a community like the Lifeboat or here. If we're dropping links, it's because if I'm asking my moderators to drop links, it's because these channels are helping me and they're coming beside me and supporting me. So I want to be able to support them. And so, I really, really, really appreciate it. And it means a lot. So, friendship and connection really become a huge part of us. And I just wanted to give a real big shout out to my husband. I got an early Christmas, oh boy, am I ready for Christmas, y'all. My husband got me an early Mother's Day gift, and it is a Chromebook. I had fun figuring that out, but I got some crochet and I've got to do that. I had no energy to do anything. So I have, he got me a Chromebook, or an early Mother's Day gift. I'm really, really, really excited. So now I don't have to be hooked to this computer that needs a little bit of a cane to be able to move around, just like me sometimes. It's a little slow, and I went on it and I was like, whoop, whoop, I'm on this page, and I just I was like, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. So now I'm not trapped to my desk computer to do all this work. If I'm not having a good day, I can sit on my Chromebook. So thank you, honey. That was such a special surprise today and an early Mother's Day gift. And I said, you could have waited till Mother's Day. He said, I was too excited. And he got himself one too. So that's going to help. I just dropped a link to my other channel I'm starting as a way of starting to really make these connections happen and for everybody to be able to help find other channels. And that's going to be a great resource for people. I'm not going to go live very often. I will do my first live from that channel just so people understand the concept of it. But my heart and my focus will always be this channel, and you do not have to crochet to be a part of this channel. So that is important to me, that channel is going to be in it. Sometimes my husband can go over and run that channel and do that. So we will explain exactly how that channel is going to work. And so if everybody would go over and like that channel, I'd appreciate it. I just dropped Dawn Gloves in there. If people could go over there and subscribe, Miss Dragon and Kristen, if you'll drop those links too as well. Kristen already dropped Miss Dragon. You're ahead of me, girl. You're getting a pro at this. So we're dropping these channels, not to bog up the channel, but because we really want to make sure that you all have as many connection points. And a lot of these channels are doing live content. They're really making it a great place to interact and share live content. So you all can, Mary's a good teacher, that you all have connection points. And like today, I'm taking it easy. You're behind. And congratulations to our own Kristen Melinda. She got over 100 subs. You go, girl. You go, girl. I'm so happy for her. I really am. I really, really am. So I looked up this just so people can do it. So we'll start out here. There are science behind why friendships are most important. One is friendships make you happier. And I can attest to that one. I'm telling you, my own husband and my family have said, you are just so much more happy now that you have a place to connect, because we have to remember, and this is for 7th, we have to remember that people that are maybe caregivers, raising a special needs child, dealing with chronic pain, that they are, maybe in a position where going out is difficult. Like yesterday, after I did the live from the lake, I just came home and I just felt like all my energy was stopped. I was like, man, I couldn't even move. I kept just laying there and I kept falling back asleep and then waking up, and I thought, I need to get up because I have a blanket. One of our church members is having a baby, and her baby shower is like in 18 days. And I have this blanket that I have to finish that I thought, oh, her baby's not due till August, but I have to speed it up. And I just could not get out of my way yesterday. I just thought, okay, I got to get up and crochet, and then I would fall back asleep. And I finally just gave up and just laid there and interacted and connected with people in different kind of live formats. And then about 10 o'clock, I said, forget this. I'm just going to get ready and go to bed. And I finally fell asleep about midnight, 12:30. And I literally slept till 11 o'clock. I think I woke up once. So I really needed to sleep. And that's a time when going out after yesterday and going to our therapist appointment, and then we went to the lunch. That was a nice little treat by my husband, and we had some other errands to do. I just came home and just I was done. So going outside of the house to go have lunch with somebody, or dinner, if somebody called me, I'd have been like, nope, I'm in my jammies and I'm just resting. So friendships do make you happier. And people think you can't create friendships through this thing. Yes, you can. If I can meet my husband via computer, and this was back when we had AOL, y'all, we didn't even have all this stuff, all this video chat stuff. It would have been a heck of a lot cheaper, I can tell you that. Hi, Maritza. We met through the AOL. We talked all night through chat. We talked on the phone. We just had so much in common. We tried the online dating, but it wasn't. That's how my daughter met her husband. That's, we tried that, long distance dating. It didn't work. We became friends, and we later on ended up getting married to each other. And our therapist says, you know what, you guys are just awesome. You really, really complement each other very, very well. And she said, I can see that. And she said, it shows the love that you have for each other. And so if it can happen back in the 90s, it can happen now. You can develop long-lasting friendships. They're really important. And I was going to follow this topic up on the lifeboat. And I will do this topic again because, of what happened today. And I'm not upset. If Spanx needs, Captain Calhoun, Spanx needs to sleep, then he needs to sleep. If he got into the dentist, then he needs to take care of himself. And I 100% go do it. You need to take care of yourself first, always and foremost. So we'll do it again. But I want to follow this topic up on the lifeboat when I simulstream. With the topic of helping to break tapes, helping to break all those old tapes. And Kristen, if you want to drop the lifeboat, you can. Friendships make you live longer. Isn't that the truth? Friendships do make you live longer. I think it does help, in helping you have social ties, and perhaps not making you feel a loneliness or rejection. It really does help when you're accepted in some place, that you don't feel like you're out of place, that you have a place to go to, that you're accepted and you're welcome. But friendships do make you live longer. I do believe that. Sociability makes you less likely to get sick. And this is coming from the scienceofpeople.com, which was interesting. Another study of researchers found sociability reduces the risk of the common cold. The participants of 330 participants, those were the highest quality of and quantity and quality of social connections were least susceptible to getting sick when exposed to viruses that cause the common cold. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Because I hate colds. I don't know about you. Hi, Bella. How are you? So that was interesting. I would sure like to have to not deal with the common cold. That's for dang on sure. Kristen, if you have the opportunity or one of my mods to go ahead and drop Bella's link, I'd appreciate it. Friendships are linked to financial success. Look at what we're doing through this YouTube channel thing. We've got Kristen, we've got Kelly B, we've got Bella's. It is helping us all, have somewhat of a little bit more income down the road happening to our families and our lives. And if we can bless somebody, then we turn around and we're going to get blessings back. Like I've always said about this channel, my goal is never, ever, ever to take the money for myself. I want to give it to my mom. I want to help my husband with his service dog. I want to be able to help the boat, my church, and give out blessing boxes to people. I don't want any of it because I'm getting priceless connection through this channel and through being able to stream too on the lifeboat. And I'm getting together with other content creators that may take us on field trips and take us around and just chit chat. There's one lady that is going to have me on eventually just to sit and crochet and talk and do yarn. Well, I'm just in love with that. So, it does help financially. There is a financial thing that you kind of help lift each other up. If we think about it, you're helping to lift each other up. I thought these facts were really interesting when I read them. And of course, my phone wants to, I'll have to write them down for sure. Friendships improve your mental health. Well, isn't that, if you think about it, if your friendships make you happy, hi, Marketplace Boutique, if your friendships make you happier, then of course they're going to make you more mentally in a mental good place, aren't they? They're going to help you mentally. Somebody can drop Marketplace Boutique. That would be great. They're going to help you. If you're going to be happier, then it's also going to help you mentally. What happens when we get depressed? For example, yesterday when I was like, I'm hating this. I hate that I have to just stop. I hate that I can't do this. I hate that, I'm not being able to kind of do my thing. It's frustrating to me. And, I had a good friend say to me, stop beating yourself up. Go rest. This isn't a character flaw. You have a chronic illness and your body's trying to tell you that you need to rest. And my husband looks at me and he goes, do you look how tired you are? You need to go to bed and you need to rest. And if you fall asleep on and off until tomorrow morning, then go do it. Sometimes in the midst of our really, really difficult days, it really makes it like, I just need somebody to lift me up. I just need somebody to say, I'm really sorry you're going through this. And it really does help with your mental well-being. A lack of social support is known as a risk of depression. Absolutely, when we're not connected with people, it is absolutely linked to that. Whether amongst adolescents or adults, anyone between that, the data is clear that social isolation is bad for our mental health. Absolutely it is. I remember having to, like I said, going through, the times when I was having to raise my daughter and I didn't have, hi, studio, how are you, Fairbrook Studio? I remember having to sit there going, I just don't have anybody to just sit there and tell me, goodness gracious, can I just have somebody just kind of coming beside me and making me feel like I'm not by myself. Friendships make you feel safe. Everyone knows how much it hurts to get rejected by a friend or somebody that you love. And some people prefer actually physically harming themselves the experience of over the experience of rejection. So it helps you feel safer. I thought that was kind of interesting. And we know that people do tend to, kind of go down that road. One of my mods can drop Fairbank Studio, and I'm working on your playlist, by the way. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So, what makes a good friend? Do we often think about that? What makes a good friend? Um, Vulnerability, being able to open up to a friend. Hi, May. Being able to open up to a friend and being able to say, listen, I'm struggling. Listen, I'm having a rough day. I'm really struggling with depression. Hi, SB. I'm really struggling with depression. Really, really makes a difference in being able to, help you kind of get through. You need to have people that you trust. And let me really encourage, if you have a friend that is relying in your confidence, if they're coming to you and telling you something, you need to keep that confidence. You don't need to go blabber it around everybody under the sun. If they're coming to you and say, I'm telling you this in confidence, please don't tell anybody. You need to be that friend that says, that's between us. Nobody needs to know. Because what happens then when you go telling something that you shouldn't tell, and if you're unsure, ask. And if they say, yes, you can tell somebody, that's fine. But if they're telling you something in confidence, don't go out and blabber it until you ask them, is it okay to share this? Because that's how you erase the confidence and the trust that you have. And they're going to be less likely to tell you if something's really bothering them or something's going wrong. Consistency. How do we all mess up on consistency? If I do a crochet item and I do it in, start off at a 6, right? And I'm doing a blanket and I pull out a 6 and I'm crocheting like half, several rows in a 6, 3/4 of it in 6. And then I put it away and forget to tag it and say, this is done with a 6. And I go back and do a 5.5 or a 5 hook. Guess what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to see, guess what? You know what? My stitches have changed. My work is different. It's smaller if I'm going down or if I go up. If I go up and start using an 8 instead of a 6, my work is not going to be consistent unless I use the whole thing through. So we know that in crochet. Now, sometimes, it happens to be that, you start usually a foundation row. I always go a hook size up. But if I go up and then in a blanket and I've done a 6 and then I go to a 5, 3/4 way and then go back to a 6 is going to be all wonky. So consistency, having a good friend means that you need to be reliable. It doesn't, there needs to be friends, listen, that you can call anytime, and I've got them. And I've told my friends, I am not, do not wake me up. But there are people in my life, my daughter's one, my husband, my son-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my sister-in-law. There's some people that I've said, you can wake me up anytime. 24/7, you got me. And there's friends I have that I've told that. And you need to be able to say, you can call me. Now, I will do my best to answer the phone. But, if I miss it or something, or it's in do not disturb or something, or on silent, but 9 out of 10 times I'm going to answer that phone, and I may be half asleep, but I am going to answer that phone and pick it up. So consistently, if you, and you also need to too, I keep hitting my mic today. You also need to consistently be able to put up boundaries. If with some people, if you've got somebody and you're like, listen, I really can't be disturbed after 11 o'clock, then you need to let them know. I cut off my time. I go to bed at 11. I really need my rest. So after 11 o'clock, I really prefer that you not, contact me. I'll be available at 8. And we all have our phones now that you can pretty much set up do not disturb. And you can even go in and allow the people like my daughter, like my mom who lives with us, like certain people that I can go in and say they're allowed anytime. They can break through the wall that do not disturb. So you can put that boundary up and you can just say, after 11 or after 10, I put my phone on do not disturb because I need my rest. And then you could put it and you can put it and make sure that, you can let the people through that need to. Positivity. Friends are the ones that bring you up through tough times. So we need to be positive. Of course, that if somebody's going through a rough time, sometimes we just need to be there to listen. We need there to be there to listen. And this is where connection falls in, and whether or not you're part of the lifeboat or not, it does mean that you are still, you don't have to be a part of the lifeboat, but it just takes one ripple at a time. It really does. And some of the other traits are honesty and supportiveness, mutual interest, hilarious jokes. Jeannie Robertson is a great resource to use, and I will drop her link in the page. She's a great resource. I have sent that to my friends, and one of these days, if I figure out how to go ahead and be able to comment on a video without being copyrighted, and if anybody knows how to do that, so I don't get in trouble, I'd love to be able to share her stuff and put that in my channel. She has since gone and been with the Lord, but she is an amazing thing, and we can all laugh together. Hi, Mr. Yondo. Thank you so much for running some of my playlists. I appreciate it. So I'd love to be able to do that. If I can figure out how to do it and put her and share the screen and stuff, and make sure that, we can share it and so forth, and you guys can get a great laugh at it. I figure out how to do all that. I'm still learning because if I put it up, I don't want it to go under copyrighted. I want to be able to react to it and stop it and stuff, and we can laugh together. So I just need to figure out how to do that. Hi, Mrs. Oh boy, this is turning into a party, isn't it? Any of my mods that want to drop the links that are in so far, go ahead and drop them. Misha's Crochet Hook, May's link, go ahead and drop it if you want to go ahead and do that. Fun to be around, but realize there's some times when we're not fun to be around, and that's okay. The true friends is when you're going through a rough time. If we're not fun to be around, there's times when we're not. And we need to be there for each other. I think that more than anything. Optimistic. Sometimes if we have our glasses on and we're looking at a situation, or actually sometimes if we're emotional about a situation, we're looking at something, and mind you, right now when I took my glasses off, everything's fuzzy. I can see everything, but I can't see nothing worth nothing. The chat's all blurry to me. Everything's blurry. But when I put my glasses on, everything becomes clear. So sometimes when we're going through an emotional time with something, me and my hands stay in this mic, the emotional times, right? We take off our glasses and they're all blurry. Everything's blurry. And then somebody comes in and we're able to, thank you, Kelly B. Everything's kind of all, fuzzy. Put our glasses back on. Somebody else looks at a situation and they're looking at it a lot clearer than we are because they're not emotionally staked in the situation. So sometimes we need to come beside a friend that's looking at everything all blurry, and we're looking at it without the emotional aspect of the situation a lot clearer. And we can come to them in a very loving and caring manner and say, are you seeing this? We're looking at it from a clearer perspective without the emotions involved. A shoulder to cry on. They don't have to be here to cry on. We all have the Facebook Messenger and the Instagram Messenger. We can do this through everything. We do not have to be in the same place. It's better if we are, but that always can't happen. So we want to make sure that we are just coming in and being a shoulder to cry on, and we don't have to be there. It is better, but it's better if you have a friend who is, even if they're crying with you over the phone and you're there listening, you are listening. They are not going through this alone. They are going through it with the support of somebody. And so that's really, really important. And know when they need somebody. We have all been there where we've been crying and somebody offers us to pick up that call. Okay, Stitch Studio, you're welcome. They're so they'll sit there and say, oh no, that's okay. You don't have to call. I'm fine. And they're doing this, and we know they're not fine. We know that they're struggling and they're having difficulty. And so we know that, and we can tell from maybe the way, if we know them well enough. Remember, I want people to remember 200 hours. It takes 200 hours to make connections, to make a solid connection with somebody. And there's people that you find that, man, you just click. You felt like you've known them forever. I have several of those people. Like, I have just felt like I've known them forever. And we have connections that happen. And, but when you build those connections, you start getting to know them, you realize, well, wait a minute, they need me. And when they're saying, no, that's okay, it's fine, I don't want to bother you, don't worry about calling, that's when we need to pick up the phone and say, I'm here. Oh, I'm an ugly crier. I don't care. Cry. And it doesn't have to be through video. Excuse me. It can just be through phone. Give me a minute. It can just be through phone. So, and to the other person on the other side of that, the thing becomes for you, if you need somebody to call, take it. If you trust that person and you feel you can confide in them and they have showed you that they can, okay, and they're a safe place to fall, let them. I'm putting in a cough drop, y'all. Let them. Go ahead and say, I'm here. I've had several people do that, and by the time the conversation is ended, they're saying, I'm so glad that you just called. So that's part of knowing. That's part of getting to know the person too. And I'm going to drop Trini Robertson in here. And as soon as I can find out how to share my screen through this StreamYard thing, and we can do that. I don't think that's hard. And I can bring some of her videos on and comment on them. I think it would be a hoot to go through some of them and Liz laugh together. I've seen her twice in concert. She is wonderful. So take it. And realize when you allow somebody to help you, you're being a blessing to them. When you allow them to come beside you and help you, you're being a blessing to them. Motivation. A good friend trait is motivation. Sometimes when we're not motivated to do something for ourselves, sometimes we need a friend to say, have you done that little thing yet? I have a couple of them. Come on, do it. Tommy helped me when I really didn't want to go clean my garage out. And, I just sat there and people would help me with boxes and stuff because I couldn't do much. But he kind of gave me the energy to go out there and do it and get organized. And it helped, as well as the crew did, because of the lifeboat, because I was, we don't have that $75 expense every month. Thank God. But I really didn't want to go out there and work. I didn't want to do it. I didn't even want to even if it was sitting in a chair and go through stuff, it was like, I'd rather crochet anytime anyway. But motivation, inspiring, watching someone else maybe that is going through some of the stuff you're going through, can help to motivate, to be inspiring. You know, watching my grandfather, and I told his story with my other's keeper. Um, you know, listening to his story was a sense of inspiring. Under the present tab, share your screen, but you can't have StreamYard minimized. All right, I'm going to do a private thing and figure out how to do it. I just have to figure out how to do it, Miss Dragon, so I don't get copyright infringement. But she is a hoot, and I think it would be awful fun to do some of her videos. Coming from somebody I've met her, and I've been to 2 of her shows. She's making all heaven laugh. That's all I'll tell you about it. She is making them all laugh. Comfortable to be around. Don't we want the friends that we don't have to feel like we have to step on eggshells? We're going to say the wrong thing. That's why I tell everybody that comes here, I have a learning disability. I may say your name wrong. I may read a comment wrong. Please understand. I'm doing the best I can. But we want to make sure that we can just love them and accept them for who they are and be comfortable to be around. Easy to talk to. Sometimes we have to learn, and that's the trait kind of me, because I have some Greek in me, to be this. Judge Judy says this, and I love this comment. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And sometimes we need to be quiet so we can hear, somebody else. And so sometimes we need to be quiet and just allow people to talk and be, easy to listen to and easy to talk to. So it works both ways. And I know I have to work on that, because part of my Greek is just talking over, because that's what the Greek culture does. But we need to be aware of that we're making sure that we're listening as much as we're talking. It's an equal conversation thing happening. This goes back to being able to tell somebody that that you can trust them with things. Trustworthy. If you go and blab something that you're not supposed to, how can people come to you and tell them there are things that they're struggling with? They're not going to. And then you've lost an opportunity to really be there for a friend that may need you to come in and be trust, to be able to, trust that they can trust you. Dependable. We need to be able to be dependable, and that works. All those things work on both ways, one side to one side. They both work both ways. So we need to be dependable. And here Kelly brought up another, we must be loyal. But what's happening on the lifeboat right now is that the lifeboat is doing this for its simul-streaming, like today was supposed to happen, and they have done an amazing job of doing this concept, and it's taking off, and it's one ripple at a time, and it's amazing what's happening. And there's the lifeboat link in case anybody needs to go over there. But when we're on the lifeboat, those that are moderators are dropping links of people in the chat so that people that are not yet subscribed to the ripples can go and subscribe to them. The reason behind doing that is really so when the lifeboat is not streaming and it's not simul-streaming with the other ripples, then people on the boat have places to go to, like me today popping up at 2:30, can go and participate in a live YouTube feed so that you all can have it and build connections. It's not to totally, drop bunches of links, and we're trying not to do that. Hi, Shelley. We're not trying to do that. But what we're trying to do is make sure that people from the boat are my channel as well. When I'm not simul-streaming with the lifeboat, to drop links so that these are a lot of channels that are doing live content. And this means that it gives you a place. Thank you, Kristen. It gives you a place to be able to have live content. Hi, Pixie, Pajama Pixie. How are you? Oh, well, you're listening to Mary, and here she is. She's driving around watching the birds and with my doggie. How cute. We're going on a road trip, y'all. Kristen's taking us on one. Pixie, Pajama Pixie is. But that's the purpose of it. The purpose of it is so there is a lot of channels coming up that are doing live content and building the fact that you're building connections, you're building friendships, you're building a community of people. Like yesterday when I came home and I was done. This girl wasn't going back out. I just came in and out of, I rested, I came in and out of live feeds and I fell asleep and back and forth. And so it really helps. This is not replacing connection, y'all. But I think one thing it is doing is for people like me that have kind of always struggled with friendship, I'm learning friendship skills. It sounds weird at my age to think I've got to learn them. But I think growing up, especially in my very formative years, I had friends, and then I was kind of a little bit younger, and they kind of just drifted away. And what happened? I didn't have any friends anymore. And then I was heavily bullied 6th through 8th grade. So what did I learn about friends? Friends were not there. I wasn't going to prom. I wasn't going to, and then I was bullied in 9th grade too. I wasn't going to prom. I left high school because I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, get me out of here. I didn't go to movies. I didn't go hang out with friends, and I just didn't learn how to do it. And so it's kind of been a struggle for me, but now I'm learning how to do it. Hi, Brownie Buttons. Oh, I love that name, and that cat in there is just adorable. I really think that I'm learning how to be kind of get these friendship skills under, a little bit better, and I'm not so awkward doing this whole social connection thing. This is not replacing you going out to the fire pit, you going out to, and hanging around the fire pit with some s'mores. I know it's a cute name too, Kelly. It's not replacing you going to have coffee with a friend. It's not replacing you going to have lunch with a friend. It's not replacing family time and all that kind of stuff. It's just, to me, adding to it. Now, the people in the chat that, those that have channels and those that don't, I love Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat, for those that are not, or that content creators, is a great place to go because they do give a place and a space for channels. And I have, Bella was one that I got from Tuber Chat. Marketplace Boutique is another place that I found through Tuber Chat. And it really is a family. And what is happening on that channel is that there are people that are watching playlists. We swap playlists. We're helping each other out. And so that is a great way if you are just an audience member or somebody that's part of, I consider myself, my play people are part of my community. If you're part of my community or somebody else's community, go to their playlist for them. Go sit down. I have a phone here. It's an old phone I have. I have an old phone, and it literally sits here watching playlists for me. And I have earphones in it, right? I just have earphones. Not that I don't want to sit and watch everybody's thing. I try to, but I can't. I don't unfortunately have time to sit and watch some of them that are 3 hours long. So I have a headphone set into them, and it's running their playlist for them. So that's a great way to be able to help another content creator. Just go into their playlist. Just make sure it's their content. I was kind of Hi, LSP. I was kind of going into some, not realizing that they were doing playlists of other content creators, and I wanted to make sure that I was supporting that channel. So all of my playlists are all of my stuff. So just make sure that when you go into their playlist that you're picking a playlist that is theirs and their channel and their content. And just go in and play a playlist. Bella's done it for me. I'm so appreciative. Mr. Yarndall did it for me. That's a great way of helping them build their watch hours and just giving them support for nothing. It doesn't cost anything. You can do it on a phone with a earphone thing in it. And it just really helps them. Great way to support them. Cleaning the house, put on a playlist. You're doing a project, put on a playlist. It's just a great way to do it. And I have several. I have a huge Tuber Chat main, which nobody has to play. It's a bunch of videos. I just wanted to organize it. But I have Tuber Chat 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go in and play it. If you only have an opportunity to watch one, go into the playlist and see there's some that just have one video. Go and play it for me. I really want to get to 500. That's my goal. That's my birthday wish. And here's a birthday announcement. 500 by June 18th. And the icing on the cake for me would be having my 3,000 watch hours. That'd be icing on the cake. But just having the 500 will be yay. And I'm working on a crochet cupcake. And next month, I'm going to take you all, I decided, live to Hobby Lobby. And I am going to do a giveaway starting May 18th through June 18th. And it's going to be filled with hot pepper and bacon jam from Grandpa's Cheese Barn. I sent it to Chase the Heat. It's in the list below. I know, shopping spree. It's in the list below. So I'll take you around to different places. Take you to Grandpa's Cheese Barn. Take you and I'll just probably do a video versus a live. Maybe we'll see. I'll take you there and show you, pick up a can of the bacon, the hot pepper bacon jam. Hi, Daphne's. I hope I said that. Creative Touch. I hope I said that right. I'll be putting that in. And in the description is Chase the Heat. He did a review on that bacon jam. You should see his face. I love Johnny's face in that. Love it. So I sent him that. And then I'm going to go into their, they have a sweetie shop. So we'll go next door and pick up some candy, maybe 1 or 2 bags of candy. And then we're going to go to Hobby Lobby. And you all can help me pick out the yarn because we're going to got to have some yarn in there, y'all. You know that. And if you win and it's the yarn, then please, and you don't crochet, just give it to somebody that does. Just pass it on. That's all I ask. And what else? Oh, we're going to go. Oh, I in the description below, I get my coffee from Coffee AM. Ooh, it's so good, y'all. The vanilla and the caramel cream, delicious. So yeah, I have a feeling too. Believe me. I'm absolutely looking for, I know I'm going to get there, and you guys' support have just been awesome. And I really, really, really appreciate it tremendously. And that's why I'm dropping links, y'all. I'm not trying to blog put the chat, but I really, really want you. And let's go support Bella, y'all, please. I'm really, really trying to, get you all to connect and come along and help support these amazing content creators, because it's a lot of work to do all this. It's a lot, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. And now that I got the Chromebook, watch out, y'all. I'm off to the races, right? I'll have to bring it on. I thought it was going to be simul streaming to the Lightbook today, so I didn't bring it over. But so it's such a sweet thing that I've been saying to people, I need a Chromebook, and he just went and did it. I got a great husband. You're a great husband. So we're going to go to Hobby Lobby and pick up the yarn, the coffee. In the description, I order my coffee from Coffee AM, and I'm going to be ordering some more of my coffee. And I'm going to get a sample of the vanilla cream coffee and the caramel coffee, and I'll put that in. So I really think that'll be a fun box for anybody to win. And that's going to be my giveaway. And we're going to run that from May 18th through to June 18th. But I thought, I'm going to, since I do so many lives, and I do live content because I don't want to be here editing stuff. Forget that. And I enjoy the live content so much more. And so I want to be able to take you along and show you where I kind of got everything. I thought it'd be fun for y'all to pick up the yarn. It can't be wool. It has to be acrylic or acrylic yarn from Hobby Lobby. And we'll go and we'll pick out some yarn and I'll put it in the container. And I also forgot about this. I gotta work on more of these. Got to work on more of these. I also, give me a minute. I've got a stash going. I will also, because I've got a project I'm working on for this. As you can see, right? I also, and this will never be a pattern that I will I won't ever give a pattern out for this one because I won't, but you can go on and find soap savers all over the YouTubes. But these are soap savers, and you just put a soap in, in a thing here, and you just use it till the soap is done. And then once it's done, you throw it in the washer and it's great. So you put the soap in, you tie it up, and I have never had a mold problem with any of these. I use them in my bathroom. I just hang it from a little command clip in the bathroom, and it just hangs and it dries. And then when it's done, you just throw it in the washer and done. So I'll put 2 of these in here. And if anybody's looking for a Mother's Day gift, I be glad to. I'm selling these. I usually do them for $6 a piece plus shipping, but I will do them for $5 each for 5 of them, which would be $25. And then if you're interested, I usually get the Amish farm soap and I order that. Great farm soap, but I order that at cost. So that's usually about $10. But then that way you have whole gift and everything. And then with the Amish farm soap, the shipping would be $10 without, or $15, excuse me. Without the Amish farm soap, because of the heaviness of it, the shipping would be $10. So if anybody's interested in these for Mother's Day, they would make a great gift. Just email me and I will be glad to do it. I can try to kind of see what colors I have to do it with. So you all can choose your colors and what have you and get something you want to have. But if anybody's interested, just email me. But you'll get 2 of those in there. And I need to order some Amish farm soap. Hi, Bountiful. I need to order some Amish farm soap. And but if I don't have any, then I won't be putting any Amish farm soap in the package. But I probably will order some before January. So I'll put those in the giveaway too. May, the ripple effect is happening because we're trying to, with the lifeboat, trying to expand and give everybody more content. The overall vision of the lifeboat is literally for it to be running 24/7. Or if it doesn't run 24/7 and it just runs during the day, that there is always a place where people from the lifeboat can go and connect with a lot of us that are ripples that are doing live content. And so that's what the ripple effect is. And that's why when I'm on the lifeboat simulcasting, my mic changes to this color in honor of Spanx because he loves the fire. Oops, I just dropped it. I don't think I can get it. I don't know where it went. Anyway, I wear a necklace with an anchor on, and the anchor just fell. So usually I'm wearing that necklace as a clue to my crew that and my community that I'm live streaming on both channels. And then my little thumbnail when I do the lifeboat is changed from Blessed to Crochet to that. So that just gives people an idea when they see those things. I am simul streaming on both channels. My necklace is not on. My light is purple, and my thumbnail is the yarn, my logo. So that means I'm not simul streaming. Spanx is dealing with a toothache. Unfortunately, I know how painful that is, and he is working to go take care of that. So he needs to go take care of it and take care of himself, which is important. We need to self-care for ourselves. So Shelley Kelly says this is enchanting to in-person connections. Yes, there is that too as well, to be able to, and that's why I said it's not replacing connection. It's just adding to it. I think it's giving another level of connection that is important. It's important. Like I said, yesterday, there was no going out for this girl after I came home. And so we need to realize, and I hope, May, you will come back to the lifeboat. Spanx is awesome. It is his kind of taking over on the boat. And all the other ripples that are coming in, they're just really adding a lot of wonderful content. And that's one of the reasons why when we go into the lifeboat, we are, adding those links so you all can go and support the ripples and have all those connection points happening. So it is really a great way to help with that. So that's happening. Plus, for those that don't know it, I'm probably going to go live shortly from this channel. I've started a new channel, Blessing Through Connection. So I hope people will go over and subscribe. It is not replacing this channel. This is my heart. You don't have to crochet to be a part of my community. This is my heart, and this is always where it will be. This is where I am a proud ripple and a blessed ripple, the lifeboat. That's not changing at all. This other channel is becoming where I'm really not going to even be live on it. I will be live, but you're not going to see my face. I will do an introduction, and that's about it. It's just a place where people can go and content creators can connect with content creators, and we can kind of help each other find channels. That's what that's there for. My husband can even go on there and run it without me even doing anything. So that gives him something to do. He's disabled as well. It just gives him something to do. I hope they approved to this with the Chromebook, but only updates for like the first couple of years, and it slow becomes a break. My husband has one. Well, you know what? Maybe they've improved. The thing was, he got a really good deal. I know they're refurbished, but the problem is I have an old computer. It was probably done in 2010, and it was actually my husband went in and he got, it was some kind of like Office Max or something like that. And they were closing down. It was a sports store, and they were closing down, and they had this computer and everything, and they were selling it for like $20. So he grabbed it thinking that there was, a hard drive in it. Well, there wasn't. And so I gave it to a friend who put in a laptop hard drive and processing system and did something with it. And it's okay. It's gotten us through, and I'm live, so it can't be that bad. You can be thankful I'm not using the camera that comes with it, because my husband's like, well, the computer has a camera. And I said, it's terrible. That's why I went out and found a $30 camera. But, the thing is, it's great, but it's just a little slow. So I'll take anything that moves faster than a snail. And that's why I kind of had to upgrade to StreamYard and go to StreamYard and do that one. because it was just dragging using OBS, and StreamYard has certainly, my computer's not making any vacuum noises, as the Heart of Orion said to me, "What is that, a Roomba?" I said, "No, that's my computer telling me it doesn't like this." And so it's just really made my streaming a lot easier, and I can go on my phone and schedule streams without turning on my computer and scheduling the stream, because you can't do that through YouTube or YouTube Studio app. So it's really making my life a little bit easier in a lot of ways. So I'm sticking with StreamYard. It's where it's happy, and I'm just going, yay! I'm going to do what's making my computer happy. But I just tell people my computer's like me, it runs slow. So I turned that baby on, and whew, it was going here and there and there. And I was like, oh boy, I'm happy. I'm happy. And I know he didn't spend very much on it. So, oh, well, thank you, LSB. That's what we're here to do. We're here to follow people. We're here to subscribe. Yeah, I'm 12 people away. I'm 12 people away. This is what we're here to do. These people that are on the side of the fence over here that are doing YouTube, y'all, they're working, doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes for their audience. They're trying to bring new people in and new connection points happening. And it can sometimes be overwhelming to go on and sit there and go, what do I talk about for an hour? What topic am I doing today? Where are we? Yeah. And it just takes some planning and some work. And, you going in and subscribing to that content creator is just saying to them, thank you. Thank you for providing this space. Thank you for giving of your time. Doesn't mean you ever have to do a super chat to them. It's just saying thank you by going in and maybe watching one of their playlists, or watching, a show they did or something, giving them a thumbs up, commenting on a short, giving a thumb up. It's just a little. And I know there's so many channels out there. You think, how can I do it all? Just do what you can. That's all I ask my people. Just do what you can. Don't just help me, help other people. I put up a stream today. I don't think there's a way to do it. I put up a stream today. I can do it on my phone right now. We're going to do it. I put up a stream today, y'all, and this is of my friend Miss Dragon. So if anybody would like to, they can send me a little video. Now I did add a little ending on hers. Give me a minute. Let me correct this. If anybody's interested, go ahead and send me just a 35 to 45 second clip. Or if it is incomplete, which means it kind of has this ending part on it or something similar to that, then go ahead and send it to me, and I will gladly shout you out on my channel on this one, as well as Blessing Through Connection. But I will utilize Miss Dragon, little one, so y'all can see. I did it today on mine. You can go check it out on the shorts and watch it. Give it a thumbs up and comment. And this way it gives you an idea of just how we can really help each other. Because if we're growing and we're helping somebody else to grow, we're going to grow. There's no way around it. We're going to grow. And if you're coming into my channel and spending your time with me and supporting me, and you have a channel, I want to give you the love right back. I want to be there to say, hey, you're giving of your time. You're supporting me. How can I support you? And I feel like this is a great way to support it. So send it to me. Don't send it to me in short form, in an already done short. Send it to me either through Messenger as a video. And this is how she sent it to me. I just added the little ending part to it, and sent it back to her and said, is this okay? And she gave me a thumbs up. I need it like this so I can upload it as a short. And to me, it's just free advertising to you, and it's a shout out. So let's just watch Miss Dragon for a minute. Let me go ahead and make sure my volume's up so you can hear it.
Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. My channel is to lift people up, to show that they have worth, that they have value, that they are more than what society leads them to believe they are. Some of my topics can be a bit heavy, so I add some humor with my shorts. My lives are just people getting together, talking, If someone has an issue they want brought up, they can bring it up,
She does.
and we will gladly talk about it. This is just a quick rundown of my channel, so feel free to join us. Don't be afraid to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.
And I just added that part at the end for her. So now this is up as a short on my channel. It came to me like that in video form. That's the way I want it. It's now a short on my channel, so you can go to my channel and watch it. What that does too is it now puts a face to Miss Dragon's channel. It tells you a brief synopsis of what everybody does. I'm going to be putting up My Other's Keeper tomorrow. So it really does give a great way to be able to tell. It does not need to be professional. It doesn't need to be fancy dancy and all this production stuff. It just needs to be you telling my audience what your channel is about. And then I can say to them, listen, go subscribe to my friend Bella, Kelly, Kristen, whatever, go do it. And I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to put it in Blessing Through Connection and have everybody listed up in a short. I'm probably going to try to put a video together of all the ripples that want to participate, so people can go through a video of all the ripples and make sure they're subscribed to everybody. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to really make sure on my channel, as well as simulcasting through the Lifeboat, that you are getting as many connection points. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. As many connection points as possible. And I'm going to do a video about about my channel, and I'm going to send it to Miss Dragon, and she's going to place it on her channel. What is that doing? That is opening up my audience. I've just opened my audience to her channel by doing what I did today. She's opening up, and some of them know me over there anyway, but I am getting in front of her audience. So this is how we help each other. None of us are in this world. I don't care whether you're doing the YouTube thing or not. We're all here to help each other. Nobody gets through this world without help. If you think about it, from the first day we're born, there is not a dang on thing that we can do for ourselves. We can't do anything. We rely on our parents, and hopefully some of them, and not all of them, are wonderful parents and take care of us and nurture us and love us. But they take care of us. They do all the heavy lifting. They help us till we can get to the point where we're walking and talking, and we still need help. And how long process does that take? Excuse me, before some of us are out on our own and up and running and all that kind of stuff. Well, we're needing help. And if we're not here, kind of helping each other through this thing we call life, and yes, I know that YouTube content creators make money. I get that. But, but that's something they do. And if they're good at it, wonderful. They're giving us a service. They're providing a service, and we're the recipients of it. We may not be getting something physical, but we are if they're doing live format. We are getting something physical back. We are getting connection, conversation, interaction. We are getting something. We are getting a good for the service we're provided for. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. In my instance, I want to be able to say to my mom, those medical bills that my dad had, they're gone. I want to be able to, down the road, be able to say to my husband, here's money, let's go get your service dog. If people use it to support their families, wonderful. You are getting a service and a good out of all these connections and all these ripples happening. You're making friends. I have more friends than I've ever had in my life. Some of them I really consider almost sisters and brothers. I'm an only child. I'm loving it. And I really, honestly, I went into my counselor yesterday. She said, "What's your scale on depression?" And I said, "None." Now, it doesn't mean that I wasn't hurting. I was hurting yesterday and I was tired and I was more depressed. I was depressed about that. But overall, when it comes to feeling like I have no one, and it doesn't mean that, let me explain this. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that my husband and my mom and my daughter and my family aren't important. They are a huge rock, as well as Christ, as well as God. He's a bigger one. And my church family, they are a huge rock of support. Huge. They're the cornerstone. God's the cornerstone and of my support system. They are who I'm going to lean on. But when you're having friendship, there is something special to that. There is something magical about that. And whether it is through here or through your a live connection where you're going out and you're hanging out. I mean, Kristen, I wish she wasn't so far. I've often said we'd be in trouble. We have so much fun, but we can't be because of location. But it doesn't mean that we can't be amazing friends and supportive to each other. We can be. We can be supportive to each other. And boy, we know when each other needs a phone call and needs to be there. Because we have put in the time to get to, to get to know each other. We've put in the time. We know it. We know each other, and we know that we can lean on each other, and we know we can, have confidence and trust in each other. That's really, really important. It is why these connections are so, so important. It's why I felt the need to go on, it's why I just look back at the lifeboat with such gratitude, and I always will, and I still do. It's why I go to that, because I go in there to people that know me, they trust me, they like me. I'm a fixture, part of that community. And we're all so spread out now. We're all, all of us are just kind of all spread out, and, we don't know what somebody else is struggling with. And it's really easy to say, let's just go out and make friends. And just go out and go out. Stop, like a comment was put on my live one, stop streaming and go living. Well, you don't know what I'm going through. I could not get my tail end out of bed yesterday. If I'm struggling in my head to have the energy to crochet, you got to know I'm tired, y'all. You have got to know that this body is exhausted. And I need to do nothing but rest. If I can't get out of the bed and pick up a crochet hook, there's something wrong. Doesn't mean I'm sick. I felt like all the energy was just zonked right out of me. Okay. And we've got to know that, so that, we got to take care of our body. We got to self-care. But this YouTube thing has become my ability to make sure that I'm connected in one way or another to a friend. I've got connections happening all around me all day. My husband's right out there. My mom's there. But there's just something special about saying, man, I got that ride or die friend. I got that friend that's there for me. I've got a friend that's going to talk me down. I've got a friend I can cry with. And it doesn't mean my best friend, y'all, is in the next room. He is truly my best friend. And I will cry in his shoulder first. Hi, Sandy Wandy. But you know what? There's things that he, as, a man, ain't going to totally understand as a woman does. When it's that time of the month, doesn't all of us women totally get it? We all understand it. And if you're dealing with fibromyalgia, God bless you, because it's even worse. We all know what all that is. We all know what, there's no men on here right now, but we all know what that time, that change of life happens. We all know what that is. We all can sympathize with each other. YouTube was a blessing for relationships now as well during the last few crazy years, Bella says. I'm going to figure out, if somebody can educate me on this, I got to figure it out. How I can do like videos in there where I can do it and not get copyright strike. I think you have to stop and you have to make commentary and stuff. But there's one person that I'd like to do on as doing Mark Gungor, The Tale of Two Brains, where it shows men's brains and women's brains. It is hysterical, by the way. But he says men's brains are like boxes. Okay? This is why it's so important for girls, most of us are girls in here, to have those connection points and other women to talk to. I'm not saying it's not needed for guys too. They need their own guy time, and vice versa. We need to be able to have relationships with each other and vice versa. And, but just so people understand, there are boxes. And in a men's brain, everything, and this is not all for all men, but for all boxes. Okay? And each thing is in a box. He's got his job in a box, and he's got his car in a box, and he has this in a box, and that in a box. They're all in different boxes. I just have to figure it all out. I just have to understand it all. I have to figure out how to put it in here. Anyway, they're in individual boxes. None of the boxes touch each other. Okay? So it's like when I say to my husband, God love him, right? God love him. When I say to my husband, there's something important he's thinking, and I have to tell him, and he's focusing on the TV. He's in his box TV. Inside these boxes, there's no decoration. There's just a box. It's plain. There's nothing else. He describes it so much better than Mark Gungor does. Anyway, I have to say to him, if there's something I want him to hear, I have to say, vital information. He stops watching the TV, playing with his phone, doing whatever he's doing, and he's going to listen. Because I have been there when he said, I didn't hear you say that. And I'm like, I know for dang on it, I told you that. Well, he was in his box. And there is a box in a man's brain called a nothing box, where they can go and just reel that fishing line for hours, or sit there with the TV remote and just space out. A woman's brain is like a super highway. And all the connection points are going in this and 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 this, all over the place, right? And it's like a super highway. Everything connects. And if there's an emotional thing like your wedding or the birth of your child, not that it's not special for men too, I'm not saying that, but special memories that contained emotions behind them, okay? If they're tied with an emotion, they're even stronger. So a woman's brain is like a superhighway. It's all over the place. And this connects with this, and this connects with this, and this connects with this, and this connects with... And so it's interesting to learn how men think very different than women. It's why I think for women, not all women, so I know for me, I think I've always needed the connection, especially with other women and girlfriends, but I didn't know how to go about doing it. I felt awkward, partly because of all of the abuse, the bullying that went on, and the different struggles that I had with friendships when I was in my formative years, that it really made struggles with friendships hard later on in life. And so if you are trying to practice friendship and learn how to have this whole connection thing, and it's all new to you, this is the place to do it. This is the place, the Lifeboat, Kristen's channel, Miss Drag. This is the place to start learning how to do it. And then what you're going to find out, like on Thursday, there's a senior group in our Y that meets for lunch. Why go with my mother? I'm not a senior yet. I'm celebrating my 29th birthday in June, but I'm not a senior yet. I go there and I go to connect with other people, and I go there to support my mom, and I'm starting to branch out there. And there's also a crochet group I need to join at the Y. And I'm trying to start finding places that I can go into that are connecting. And I'm starting to go, and on the top of it, you know what's happening? I'm getting more confident about myself. I'm starting to kind of like myself. But I've had the other friends of mine, right, especially here, that have said, this is what you are. I'm not trying to praise God to go to God, but I'm just trying to point out, this is what you are. You're not here. This is who you are. They're helping me see myself with clear glasses on. If you're not feeling connected, try to reach out. Just say hello to everybody in chat. It works for me. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're here too. I hope that you, if you haven't subscribed, do the thing. My way of looking at it is, you know what? Is by subscribing, you are blessing me. By subscribing, you're blessing me. By hitting that thumbs button, you're blessing me. But you turn around and provide you content that is blessing you because you're making the connections. Now we have a light boat beacon group that I have, and my thing for my fellow people are this. If I can think, my phone wants to be. That's not what I want. We love technology, right? I have the light boat beacon group. Okay. And my way of looking at that group is this. Anybody is welcome to join that group. And it is a place for you all to go and start building those connections that are here. My husband and I love lighthouses. So my thing about those people is if they come in and they say to me, listen, would you do me a favor and turn the lighthouse? I just need connection. I need to talk to somebody. I just need to connect. I don't have to be here. We can put a lovely picture up of Mocha, which is my daughter's dog, but we care for. She has several videos on my channel, shorts, a little superstar. But just tell me, I need the lighthouse on. Now, if I'm sleeping, it may not happen. But if I'm not, I will be more than glad to turn on the lighthouse, and I don't have to be on the picture. I can just put up a picture of myself, of a picture of Mocha, and just let you all chat in the screen. Or what I was thinking too, if I could figure out how to do it, is getting non-copyrighted pictures of different lighthouses, and maybe just putting different lighthouses into kind of like a video kind of thing, and just letting that roll. That may be really pretty if I can find a place to get non-copyrighted pictures. That would be cool. And all you have to do is tell me, turn on the lighthouse. I'll gladly turn it on. Connection really does make a difference. And we're doing this one ripple at a time. And we're self-caring for ourselves. I couldn't have come back on last night if I tried. There's no way. And my husband looked at me and said, you need to go to bed. You look exhausted. And if Spanx, which is Captain Calhoun, is sleeping, I don't want him to feel bad in the least. Because he didn't sleep last night because of what was going on with his teeth. I don't want him to be upset in the least. I want him, and if he's at the dentist taking care of himself so that he's not in pain anymore, good for him. I am not upset in the least that this didn't get streamed on both channels. And I want that very clearly stated. Like I said in the very beginning, I'm somewhat of a mama bear to people that are not even my kids. I only have one kid. And so I've said to them before, mama bear and me, go take care of yourself. self-care for yourself. You need to do that. So if he's doing that, I am so happy. And I'm not upset, and it just gives me the ability to redo this topic all over again, and probably better the second time around, right? So if you come back again and see it, realize it may be a little different. I'll maybe be more organized. I was trying to kind of get those facts done. I'm going to dive more into that. I really think that article I found was pretty interesting, and I'm going to do a little bit more deep dive and probably a little bit more organized. Yep. Yep. I think that's what I had. I had fiber fog or total absolute exhaustion happening yesterday. I literally felt like, oh, what's that thing? Oh, goodness. What is it? Oh, goodness. Oh, kryptonite. I felt like somebody shot me with kryptonite yesterday because I just felt like, and I was like, I'm done. And I have got, I've got excited I get to go explore my Chromebook. And then I've got the blanket to do, and I'm trying to figure out how to do some cupcakes for some of my friends on the YouTube. So they said they have a birthday, they can show up a crochet cupcake. And I found some really pretty yarn because I wanted the top of the cupcake to look identical, but I have it where I can do the bottoms and like pink and purple and orange and green and turquoise, and then I can change out the bottom, but the tops look the same, so it'll kind of go back to mine. Mine will be in purple. So anyway, thank you all for joining for me today. I'm going to hop over. I won't do it now because Miss Dragon, are you coming on in a few minutes? Because I won't do that. I'll probably do it tonight. I gotta, yep, fiber fog is real. Ugh. If you're coming on, I won't do it. She may be coming on Thursday. As long as the rain doesn't get doused with rain, we're gonna go on. Miss Dragon's gonna take us on a trail walk. A trail walk. She's going to take us on a trail walk in Washington. I think that'll be really, really fun. I think we've got it figured out on how to do it. So I will set that up. So are you coming on later in about 20 minutes, Miss Dragon? And I will, I'm going to get off here and get hungry. Go have something to eat because she's coming on. I'll come on, or I won't come on my other channel until later tonight because I want to tell people about what we're doing over there, and I want to I got to record my little commercial. So again, anybody wants to send me, just send me in video format like that. Either send it to me or message to me, and I'll put it up on my channels and give you a shout out. But we're gonna try for Thursday. She usually comes on at 1:20, so it's 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. And she's going to take us for a trail walk. We're going to stream it on my channel and hers. So I thought that would be really fun. Give her a lot, people from me that would enjoy a trail walk. And again, I'm willing to collaborate with anybody, any content creator, especially if they're here supporting me. I'll be more than glad to collaborate with them. I think it's a lot of fun. And it's true. It shows the power of connection and the power of the ripples. So we will be doing this topic again. No worries. No worries whatsoever. So we will do this topic again for sure. I'm waiting to see if Miss Dragon says she's going to come on in 20 minutes. Or actually now it's like 15 minutes. If she's going to come on, then people can head over and give her the support. And it's either going to be today or tomorrow I upload on that channel. I'm just doing one live. I may come on occasions and do a live. but it's not going to be one that I focus on much. Yeah, she does hike in beautiful areas, and I thought it'd be interesting for my crew to see. I think of Washington very differently than what she's exposed to, or what she's exposed us to. It's very different. Beautiful, beautiful. But I just thought it'd be very interesting to do a trail walk from time to time with her and have her point out things. And not only that, for me to point out things that maybe other people are thinking of. And just have her go on a walk with a friend. What are we doing again, y'all? Connection. We're doing this thing called connection where it's one ripple at a time. Either it's coming from the lifeboat, or mine, it's one ripple at a time. So I'm waiting to see if I think she's going to come. I'm sure she is. She's been on lately. Pretty good. She's an awesome person, and she's a great friend, y'all. And that's important. Oh, yes. Okay, she is coming on. So I'm going to link this because she's going to come on. I saw it. Y'all, I modded my own channel too, so I can drop links. If you see Mary Jones, it's me. So I want everybody to do me a favor. We're gonna do this ripple thing. I want you to go, and I want you to go over to Miss Dragon. Now, we have this one, and I'm gonna put another one in because there's two, so y'all can have a choice. I'm not telling you where to go. Give me just a minute as I find it. Give me a second. Okay, there's Miss Dragon, so you can go over there. And then there's also needing a meeting. So there's two connection points. One is happening, Miss Dragon's happening at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time. I get all these 1:20 Pacific Time. I get all these darn channels mixed, or the times, so all these mixed up. And then Carol's or Nina meeting is at 4:20 or 4:40 Eastern Time, 3:40 Central Time. So you've got two places of connection points that are happening. So go check them out. And of course, I'm not sure if Nina meeting will be simul-streamed on the lifeboat, only because I don't quite know what's happening with Captain Calhoun, whether he's resting or at the dentist, so that may not happen. But you have two places to go to connections. Let's make it happen. And then Thursday, we'll go take a walk with Miss Dragon. I will set that up. And now that I can go on my phone and on my computer and do thumbnails, it's going to make my life so much easier, and just be able to plug in live streams. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. I don't care if that thing lasts 2 or 3 years. By then, hopefully, I can get a laptop. I just need it to go back. Yes, May, that is. And then I will be on. Let me just plug in this other channel. I will be on. I will be on. I got 20 subscribers on there. Awesome. You guys are wonderful. I'm going to be explaining how this other channel is going to work. Blessing Through Connection. It is going to be a channel that is going to connect content creators with content creators. Everybody that comes in will be turned into a moderator, a standard moderator. Okay, what that will give everybody the ability to do is take their finger or their mouse, whatever, and click their name in blue. Go to their channel, subscribe, go watch. And this is what I do when I'm in Tuber Chat and all that other kind of stuff. Subscribe, maybe watch a 30-minute short, comment and give a thumbs up, and come back and make more connections. It will also give people the opportunity to connect with more people and more audience that want to find out about other channels, crochet channels, Miss Dragon, and all that kind of stuff, where they have a place to go do that. I'm going to do that when I can. I will not be live. I'm going to be doing videos of nature. My husband and I are just going to go film. Like there's a beautiful spillway from the place we were yesterday. We can do that. We can do it from the lake. We can do pictures. Miss Dragon has some beautiful pictures. Sandy Wendy has been sending me some beautiful pictures, so I can post those if she would do it. And we're going to do it in like a a slideshow, and that's all that's going to be on there. And there may be some videos that pop up through it with me talking by video to tell people how to do this whole thing. Hi, Debbie P. By doing this whole thing so that people can start finding channels, content creators can help find other content creators, that they collaborate together. People don't realize as content creators how important that is, because what you are doing when you collaborate with somebody and you can stream on both of your channels is that you are exposing yourself to another audience, and they're exposing themselves to your audience, and they are putting now a face of themselves to yours and vice versa. So that's a really, really powerful, powerful tool. It's a way of helping each other out. So that's what I'm trying to do with that other channel. And I really, really think that it's going to be an awesome way. It is not going to be my focus. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dawn. I had that yesterday. One's for Dawn. I really, really think it'll be an awesome way for not only content creators to find other content creators, but content creators to find an audience. And for you all to maybe find some channels you weren't aware of. And maybe we can even do slideshows or shorts and people talking about their channels and so forth. I think it's going to be really awesome. And my husband can even run that channel from his Chromebook, and I can just focus on Blessed to Crochet. And you don't have to crochet to be a part of my channel. You just have to come and have fun in One Connection. And on Saturday, we are doing an awesome thing. It is going to be a new thing on Saturday. Have to figure out the time. I think I was going to do it at 9:30, only because of when the boat comes on, 9:30 to 11:30, and have a Saturday night hangout where people can come on my channel and just chit chat and get to know each other. I think it'll be really awesome. And I will do some times when we're simul streaming from the lifeboat and when we're not. So that's going to be something I'm going to try to do as many Saturdays as I can. It was 2 hours the last time. It was awesome. We had a ball and I got to meet some really great people. And I think it'll be really cool to be able to do that. I just ask people, come on my channel. You're coming into my house. Please be respectful. Please be nice to each other. And we'll get along swimmingly, won't we? So thank you for everybody that joined. Captain Calhoun, let's put some prayers in the thing for Captain Calhoun, please, that he rest and that he gets better quickly, because we need him back at the helm, that's for sure. And we love him and we appreciate everything that he is doing. So everybody have a blessed day. And again, go check out Mrs. Dragon. She's on at 4:20. I'm using Eastern time. And 4:40 is a Nina meeting. So you have two options of connection. And so I just thank everybody. Have a blessed day. And just remember, God loves you. God didn't make junk. He loves you just the way you are. And he is there. He is my rock. And I'm so grateful for all the blessings that he's really given me in my life. And I'm blessed to be a ripple of the lifeboat. And I'm blessed for everyone in my chat and in my community. I don't look at it as a subscribe number. I look at it as you're part of an amazing community. You're part of my lighthouse. And we're all beacons of creativity and connection. And that is amazing that we can all be beacons of light. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay connected, y'all. Love y'all. I'm going to go have fun with my Chromebook and go mess around with that and get busy with my crochet. Oh, so stay connected, y'all. I love y'all. Bye. Thanks for hanging with me.